For nearly 10 months now, the coronavirus pandemic has been going on, and it was just 10 months ago that the first coronavirus case in Mississippi was confirmed by the State Department of Health. Since then, it's been a hard time for anyone in the healthcare industry. One hospital worker in Lowndes County spoke out as she continues to work to save lives during this pandemic. WTVA's Rhea Thornton is joining us live in Columbus, where she spoke with that healthcare worker about the struggles behind hospital doors.
I'm outside of the Baptist Memorial Hospital Golden Triangle here in Columbus, where today I had the privilege to speak with Sandy Holman, the ER nurse manager. She told me that of her experiences here at Baptist, the coronavirus is like nothing she has seen before.
When it first started, everybody was like, oh, it's just another flu, you know, this is how it's going to be. But as we learned more about the disease, learned more about the virus, we realized that this is not the same.
Sandy Holman has worked at Baptist for 17 years, but this pandemic has brought her a new meaning to the medical profession.
We want to fix everybody, and sometimes we're not able to, and so that's hard because we are pouring our hearts into this, you know, to try to help every single individual that's struggling from this, and we haven't been able to do that.
Today alone, Mississippi saw 98 deaths from the virus, and 2 of those were here in Lowndes County. But Holman has hope for her patients as healthcare workers at Baptist started giving out the first round of vaccines to the public today.
We know that that's the only way to battle this, is to give people that immunity so that if they do contract the virus, then their body is already ready to start fighting that.
Holman said at first she and her coworkers were skeptical of the vaccines because of how fast companies produced it, but they quickly changed their opinions.
Once it got here, after we had lived the life of taking care of these patients and just being so exhausted and, you know, seeing so many patients that didn't do well, we realized that, hey, this is what's best for our patients, it's what's best for our community.
Governor Tate Reeves announced that citizens 65 and older can now get the vaccine. Holman hopes this wider range of vaccinated patients will decrease the number of people in their ICU department.
We want to make sure that we have ICU beds and bed availability for things other than just COVID, because we know life doesn't stop. People continue to have wrecks, people continue to have heart attacks, and, people continue to need surgeries.
Today, Baptist was able to give around 220 vaccines to the public and will continue to give those vaccines tomorrow and Thursday to those 75 and older. Live in Columbus, Rhea Thornton, WTVA 9 News.